No joke. I can honestly give you guys the story time. I think I added everyone thinking I can do story time. Let me go here. Let me ask someone here. Let me ask someone here. Wait, let me find a victim. Hello? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me right now? Can anyone hear me? Bro didn't even tell the story. Yo, hello, hello, hello. Yes, Sidzy. Yo, yeah, who's Sid? Bro, Sidzy. Can I say story time? Can I say story time today? Can I say story? Shh. Okay. Okay, guys, this is gonna be a crazy story time. So today, my puppy went outside to a protest. Ignore, damn. No, I'm saying the story now, Kwame. I'm saying the story now since you're here. I asked someone if I should do story time. I'm saying the story right now. Didn't the post say not? Forget the no, bro. I asked someone in here, they said yes, so I'm gonna do it. Because I added everyone. I added everyone saying I'm gonna do story time, so I'm gonna say it. Okay, let's go. Everyone shush, listen to the story. Lots of people voted no, but let me say the story. So this is the story about my dad getting trapped in a security room. So this is a crazy story. So today, my dad went to a protest. What the protest is, I've got no clue. This is the most weirdest protest ever I've seen in my life, you know what I mean? Just kind of fruity as well. Anyway, it's kind of the most fruitiest protest ever in my life. So anyway, yo, Shivaxi _ welcome. You're interrupting my story. So anyway, my puppy wanted to go to a protest. He went to the protest, but he needed to tickle his pickle, right? He needed to tickle his pickle. So he had so much juice. He drank so much tea, all right? But he just needed to tickle. He needed to tickle it, you know? So him being him, there were so many people, so many men, like he really wanted to tickle it in the toilet, right? But he just couldn't find the place to go to the toilet, you know what I mean? He just couldn't find the place. So him and his two boy buddies tried to find a toilet, all right? So he was in London, the most complete and utter craziest city of the United Kingdom. The craziest city, all right? So, yes, he wanted to take a urinated, you know? So, anyways, he tries to go with his friends to a hotel to do his tickling his pickle. He wanted to tickle his pickle, okay? So he went inside this hotel. He saw the receptionist and he was like, "Ni hao, bro, ni hao. I'm looking for a toilet to do some of my wee right now." He wanted to do the wee, you know, with his little pickle. So I don't know how big or little his pickle was, but that's none of my business. I've never seen my dad's pickle, okay? I don't think anyone has. So anyways, right. My dad went inside the hotel with the two of his little bomb boys. All right. And he wanted to go to the toilet, and the receptionist was like, do you live here? You know, do you have a room in this hotel right now? And my puppy was like, "No, bro, no. I'm just going to the toilet. I want to do some of the wee, the best wee in my life." And the receptionist was like, "Okay, but I'm afraid we can't let you in." But my dad was like, "No, we're bloggers." And they were like, "Hold on a second, they're bloggers? What are you trying to do, bro? What are you trying to do, bro?" Anyways, so my dad was like, no, we're bloggers. So him and his friend, they started blogging like this with the phone. "Hi, I'm blogging. I'm doing some of this. I'm doing some of that." Okay. So he did all of this stuff to convince the receptionist to go to use the toilet. I don't know why it took them so long to convince them that my dad is a blogger, when he's really not, guys. He's not a blogger. He's just waffling. That idea came along with his friend. So his friend pretended to record everything, pretend to be a blogger, this and that. Crazy, right? So anyways, while my dad was pretending to be a blogger, he managed to gain access. The receptionist felt convinced, right? He felt convinced that, you know what? This respected citizen who just came out of a protest deserves to go to the toilet. So tickle his pickle. So anyways, afterwards, they told him, look, sir, is that a way? Is that a way? But my dad went this way, not that way. He went this way, right? So like, fortunately, my dad being my dad, he went inside a room. It was a scary room, bro. He was like, ni hao? Where am I? Isn't this where you tickle your pickle? Isn't this the place where you do the best urination in the world has ever seen? But he was so confused. He was in a room, and then he realized there's a massive screen to see him tickling his pickle, bro. But that screen was not to tickle his pickle. That screen was a security room filled with so much cameras, so much CCTV. And as soon as he entered inside the room, the door behind him closed. It closed like this, like that. You know, he did not have access to get out of the room because it's a security room. You know what I mean? No joke. He was trapped inside of a security room. He thought it was the toilet, bro. He thought it was a toilet to tickle his pickle. Oh my gosh, bro. So unfortunately for him, he got trapped. At this time, I was at work, so if my dad tried to phone, bro, what are you doing? Punch them to restore. Why are you in? Oh, is this guy okay? Punch them to restore health. Anyway, so yeah, he was trapped in the room. It was kind of crazy. I mean, I can't lie. The guy, my dad, I don't know what he was thinking. He thought it was a good idea to just like, you know, get inside the room. But I don't know, bro. Vex, what's up? This is why Dresden streamer said, no. This is today. It happened today. It happened today. So, yeah. He was trapped. Luckily, he was only trapped for 3 minutes. So, even if he wanted to do a bit of tickling his pickle, he could have done so. He was trapped for 3 minutes. He was like, open the door. Keep in mind, guys, my dad's English is not the best. So you can imagine, he's like, open the door, please. Open the door. I'm trapped here. Brother, please. And the funniest thing happened, bro. The funniest thing happened. No, it wasn't hours, bro. He was trapped for 3 minutes, bro. Because, bro, if he was trapped for hours, bro, I would have come home returning with no dad. And that would have been crazy, bro. But luckily, he survived, bro. I mean, it was kind of common sense. Like, he was not going to be trapped there for that long, bro. So surely someone knocking the door, he would obviously hear that, oh, someone's knocking the door. So this guy in a suit came, and he's like, he opened the door, and he's like, excuse me, sir, what are you doing in the security room? This is off limits. This is not for residential people. This is not for the guests of the hotel guest. What are you doing? And he's like, but sir, I came to tickle my pickle, but this is not the room to tickle my pickle. This is a security room. I'm sorry, sir. Forgive me, sir, please. And the guy's like, how did you come here? How did you come here? And my papi was like, listen, sir, the receptionist told me to go that way, not this way, that way. And obviously, my dad's supposed to go this way, but he went that way. So it's like, it's a bit of a sticky situation, you know. So obviously, after a bit of conversation, converse, and all of this nonsense and whatever, my dad finally found the bathroom to tickle his pickle, bro. So yeah, he managed to go to the bathroom, do whatever he does as a dad. I don't know what dads do in the toilet. I got lots of funny stories about my dad going to the toilet, you know, but this stream will take forever to explain all my dad's stories. But yes, that is the end of the story time. He actually found the toilet in the end, even though he was trapped for 3 minutes, which was quite devastating, I know. Actually, I don't want to imagine that. I don't want to be known as the guy that just said tickled his pee, you know. I don't want to be known as that, actually. So maybe it's best if I didn't post that on YouTube. I don't know.